Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day, as always. Now, in the last episode, we started doing all our primal stuff, and I can show you now, I have a void aspected primal staff. Yes, I haven't had it that long, but it is doing stuff. It's slowly replenishing all of its viz stuff inside, which is kind of nice. It passively regenerates all of its its highest capacity, which is good. So there is that, but what we're gonna be doing today is a little bit unexpected. I didn't intend to do this episode because I didn't expect it to happen, to be honest, but I was going off to find myself some crimson cultists. Now, with Farmcraft, if you don't know this, around the world will spawn obelisks, and around those you can get crimson cultists. And there's a couple of different types. You get the crimson, like warriors, the knights, and you can get the I think they're just called cultists, who throw fireballs at you. But those guys can drop a specific book. Now, that's exactly what I'm after, because we want to go to the Eldritch Realm so we can fight one of the bosses to get the little void majiggy, so we can make some really strong items. That's the plan. But while I was fighting one, I didn't manage to get the book. I got something else. I totally forgot I could get. So if I show you inside here, we go to Draconic Evolution. I got a mob soul for a cultist cleric. I never expected that to happen. I was waiting for a book. I got a void seed from one of them, which is good, and some gold coins. But I got this, and I was like, oh, all right, well, let's make a spawner then. And we'll farm them. Why not? So I've been setting this up here, and I thought I want to make a spawner that's not your everyday spawner. I like kind of playing around with spawners. I know a lot of people just find the best way. Like, everyone seems to do the Ender IO spawners, or the Mine Factory spawners. I'm guilty of that. But I like trying out different things, and if I can do something that doesn't cost me any power, then I'm all up for that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to make a spawner with quicksand. I've never done it before, so I thought it would be a good laugh. I've always wondered if it's something I could actually do. So we're gonna try it out today. So I've kind of started setting up how I think it should go, and now we can start laying down our quicksand. So let me just head over here into the old building bag where I have all my quicksands. Here we go. So you can use just regular biomes of plenty quicksand, and I think this is going to work, hopefully. So we're going to place down 2 layers of quicksand. There we go. And we'll just do this. Cool beans. Okay. And how much we got left? We've got loads. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. That wasn't meant to happen. Alright, let's just break these. Cool. So, items and mobs will fall through the quicksand. That's basically how they work. But they'll also drown in the quicksand. So that's the plan, to have the clerics go into the quicksand, go down and drown. And if it all works fine, well, it doesn't cost anything, does it, really? Because quicksand's free. So I'm hoping this is going to work. But now that we got that, let's bring these sides up a little bit. There we go. And I want to install some lights, because with the draconic mob spawners, there's a couple of upgrades that could come in pretty handy, but I think we're only going to do one of the upgrades today, so that this works. Now, I don't know if this is going to respect light properly, because these guys spawn while it's daylight, don't they? So I'm not 100% sure if this is going to actually stop them from spawning, but it's all a learning process. I've never farmed clerics before, so I don't expect this to I don't really expect this to go swimmingly, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? So let's bring this up too, and we'll pop another one here. There we go. So this is where the spawner's going to go. So I've got a stabilized mob spawner. Now let me show you how you make these, because they're pretty easy to do. So stabilized mob spawner. To get started, right click any vanilla spawner with a draconic core to stabilize it. You now have an empty transportable spawner. Pick it up with draconic tools. Use any mob soul on the spawner to change to that type. Now there are some upgrades. So there are several items you can use to upgrade your spawner. A Withen core upgrades to tier 2, increases spawn count and speed. Then we have the awakened core, upgrades to tier 3, further increases spawn count and speed. Now there's a couple ones that you might want to use. So a Nether Star removes the requirement for a player to be within 16 blocks for the spawner to function. So you could be in another realm realm and it will still be doing its spawning as long as the area is chunk loaded. So that's one. We're not going to do that because I don't want it always spawning. So yeah, a notch apple makes the spawn ignore spawn requirements for the mob it is spawning, e.g. will make monsters spawn even if the light level is too high. So I want to be able to spawn them at my demand. So I want to be able to use the lights if it's going to work, because these guys spawn around eldritch obelisks and they can spawn during the daytime. So I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to try. And it also says when broken you get back everything except the mob soul if it is too fragile and is destroyed when the spawner is broken. So we need to make sure that we set this up right the first time round, otherwise we're going to be in a spot of bother. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this guy right here, and then we'll break these. And I think this is going to be just fine. If it doesn't work, then that's fine. We can leave the spawner there. I can still change all of this around. That's kind of the plan. So now that we've got that, let's place down the rest of our bricks. And we'll just do like this. I'm going to have some glass at the front here because I would like to see if it's working. So let's just do this. There we are. And we'll bring it up a little bit more, and then we'll get the lights working, and I think that's going to be enough light. I hope that's going to be enough light to stop the spawner from doing its majigger. If not, I'm going to place another one here, and that should also do the trick for us. So let's grab a little bit of this, and we'll do the same on this side. There we go, and the same on this side. We're just going to use wireless redstone like we generally do because, you know, it's cheap and effective. So we'll grab a little bit of this. Cool, cool. And we'll do the same on the top as well. How did I do this along here? I used red net cables, didn't I? I think we might just use that again, maybe. Because red net cables, they work pretty well, didn't they? If not, we'll just use redstone. But that's going to be that. Let's bring this out a little bit. So I will bring you out to here. And we need to bring this up a little bit more. There we get. Cool, cool. And we'll bring you out. And we'll fill in the blanks. Hopefully we have enough stone for this. I'm getting a little bit low. But I think we're alright. So we'll bring you out to about here. And we'll do the same on this side. My only worry is these eldritch guys might need to be killed by a player. Much like a wither skeleton dropping a wither head. I don't know if that's going to be the case. So, you know, this is very much trial and effect. We're trying to figure something out. So now that we got that, let's go around to these sides and we're going to set up these guys. So we want to use our wireless receivers, and I'm going to pop them like this, and it should still affect that. But let's give it a little tester first. We're also going to want our wireless transmitters and a lever. So the wireless transmitter will just pop here, and let's put this on 5 because why not? And we'll put this on 5 as well. Let's give it a redstone signal, and does the light turn on? It does. Brilliant. Okay, so at least we know we got that working. So we want to put some more receivers around here. Put it on 5, and the same on this side. Cool, cool. And then we'll do the one on the top. I'm going to put a block on top of this, and it should send the redstone signal through it. So I will do you. Put that on 5. Let's just double check, make sure that's sending the signal through. It should be. Yeah, it looks nice and light in there, which is hopefully going to stop them. That's if they do, if the spawner will actually, you know, work like a regular spawner. So it's it's a long shot. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to, but I guess we'll find out. So let's get some torches as well. I'm going to go ahead and quickly pop on this so that I can make sure that we don't get guys spawning on the roof, because we definitely don't want that. As well as along the sides here, and I don't think they can spawn on there, but I don't want them spawning around the back either. So we'll just place a few of these around, and that should stop any guys spawning in there. Nothing can spawn in here, which is good, so we can turn that off. There we go. And we're going to put down a hopper hock around here as well. Oh my god. Oh, that was worrying just then. We're going to pop our hopper hock right here, so we can pop up any goods that come out from our eldritch guys. Now let's place down our glass. So we want to use this stuff. Just so I can see what's occurring in there. So we'll do this. I'm going to leave a little gap there so I can get in there. So we'll just do that. There we go. And let's use our builder's wand. Cool. Alright, so now if I flip the switch, it should be dark in there. Yeah, good stuff. Now we're going to apply our soul and let's see if this actually works. Now I have got an upgrade for it as well. So we will apply the upgrade. But let's give this a try. So where's my draconic bag? Here we go. This is kind of a bit of an unprepared episode because I didn't expect to actually get this. So it's kind of when I got it, I was like, oh, all right, we'll give it a go, I guess. So I haven't properly planned this one out, but yeah. So apparently, if we put you in there, and then we use an awakened core, will that work? Oh. Tier 3 awakened core. Ignore spawn requirements. Maybe I need to do them in order. So if we get this one first, we do a one. No. I can't see the thing. Requirements. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me out. Okay. Maybe they do spawn during the day. Maybe the light requirements aren't going to help. Or maybe it's because it spawned at the front because it's a little bit darker over here. That might be it. But he is dying. Which is pretty good. I don't know how to actually apply these. The core crafting component for drying can be used to stabilize mob spawners. Wow, he's going for it, isn't he? He really wants to go for it. Okay, let's just put these on here. There we go. And let's see if they actually drop anything first. Before we go any further with this, before I figure out how to apply these, I might need to shift click onto them. That's probably going to be what it is. Or maybe they need to be killed by human hands. I don't know. I'm going to turn this off, see if that speeds it up. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they do definitely, they do respect the day and night spawning rules. It's probably because that spawner forces it on it. So, there is that. They're very loud guys, aren't they? But if these guys don't die from the quicksand, it's not a problem because I can just remove the quicksand and throw a turtle in there. So either way, it's not a huge problem. But I wanted to try out the quicksand. You got to try new stuff out, haven't you? If you don't try new stuff out, you're never going to know. But if we can get something to drop from these guys. Which it doesn't look like it is. Oh, gold coin. Something happened. Maybe they just got a really low drop rate. So if all those fails, at least we can get... Oh, knowledge fragments. It does take a little bit of time. Oh, man, they're really loud. It does take a little bit of time for the items to fall through the quicksand. Because the chances are, when mobs die, their items generally spurt out their head, don't they? You may not have noticed that, but they generally kind of drop, the stuff flies out of them. So it generally gets stuck in the quicksand. Void Seed! Oh, that is what I wanted. Alright, so it looks like it does work, but we have a bit of a mob spawning issue on the front. So we might need to make another lamp. So let's quickly... should we make another lamp? I'm thinking we're going to make another lamp. Let's just head back to base. We'll quickly make another lamp. And we're going to pop it on the front. And then I'll try and apply these upgrades again. So we want some redstone. And we need... I don't know whether we need glowstone in there. That is mental. I actually don't. Alright. Do I have any glowstone? Anybody? Glowstone. No. All right, we're going back to the magic world quickly. We'll grab some from there. Here we go. And, yeah. Oh, that reminds me as well, something else I wanted to show you that I've made between this and the last episode that allowed me to get this aspected primal staff. Check this mofo out. 1 ichor strapped silverwood wand. Pretty cool, right? A capacity of 1,000. Insane. Well, 2 of them are already made to 1,000. A couple of others are a little bit slow because we haven't got much inside our node over there, because that was my rushed node. But I wanted to make this so that I could make the void aspected primal staff. Sorry. Some of you are probably thinking, why am I not using this instead of using the void aspected primal staff for the sole reason that holds 1,000? It's pretty much because this is just a stepping stone one that I want to keep in here. So it might seem a little bit strange, but I just want to keep this one in here just for crafting. And we'll make a better one of these when it comes to it. But for now, I just wanted to make it because it's pretty cool, isn't it? So let's get ourselves some glowstone. Here we go. And we'll craft ourselves one of these. I completely forgot the recipe for a second there. It's glowstone around redstone? No, it's glowstone around a glowstone block. I'm going mental right here. I can't remember anything. There we go. It's coming back to me slowly. Alright, let's make our way back over to the spawners. And we will see if we can control it. Now, controlling the Eldritch is not an easy task for any, but it is a task I shall attempt to do. So we want to put this one right here. And I'm hoping this is going to be enough to stop like a million bad guys spawning. Oh my god, they're making noises. So let's put you there. And we'll put this on 5. Okay. Let's flip the switch. Alright. What we got in here? Oh, we got some of my glass. That's fine. So I wonder now if that's enough to stop them from spawning. Let's just wait for these guys to pass away. And then we'll see if this is enough to stop them from spawning. Hopefully. Wow. Even in death, they're still going on. It looks like it is enough. But we're just going to give it a second, just to make sure. Because we went in there a minute ago, and we was fine for like a second, and one managed to spawn. So, let's just give it a little minute or two. To see if we've, see if anyone's going to spawn. And if they're not, I'm going to break this. And we're going to make our way in there. Now, like I said, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to stand on top, and then I should be able to shift click if I need to. So if we, like, how do we put it in there? Spawn tier 1. Ignore. Hold shift for upgrade info. Tier 2. This is a... Oh! I'm using the wrong type of core. I need a withen core. I don't know if I have enough stuff for that. Let's have a little look. I need to use one of these. I need a buttload of draconic cores. I haven't got that. Alright. We can't do that just yet then. Maybe we do need to use the tier 1 first, then go into the tier 2. Doesn't look like I have that. That's fine though. They're still spawning fairly well. Just bear in mind that you can upgrade it. I haven't got the resources to do that at the minute. Maybe when we come back in the next episode, I would have got some more draconium. I've been kind of holding off the draconium for the time being, focusing on the magical stuff. But we will soon be going to fight the draconic dragon. And when we do that, I will need full upgraded draconic gear. There's no way of getting around that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this for a little while to just spawn away. I'm just going to sit on top, go AFK, and I'll be back in like 10-15 minutes once I've had a cup of tea, and we'll see what we've managed to gather from these guys, and whether we need to change it around to be something like a turtle killer or something instead, if they have the same effect like a wither skeleton does. Like if you put a wither skeleton in this, it wouldn't drop its head. So it might be the same with these dropping certain items that I'm after. So we'll be back in like 10-15 minutes, see what we've got, and hopefully we would have gained something a little bit cool. Alright, so we've left it for like 10-15 minutes, and it doesn't look like we're getting any of the additional bits from them. So I'm guessing they do need to be player killed for them to drop their bits. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig all of this out because, well, there's no point in having it there if we can't, benefit from it in any way. So I'm going to dig all of the quicksand out. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to try and use a turtle and see if that's going to help us out right there. We might have guardians spawn from beneath us. So just be a little bit worried at that. It could be a thing that happens. But I want them to fall down. And the thing is, we've already set up a good system for spawning them, which is fine. So I don't have to alter any of that. But I would like to change it around just a little bit so that it works a little bit better. Now we're going to use some... I'm thinking we're going to use some barrels instead of using the hopper hock for this. So we're basically going to go with the same setup we have in the nether for farming our witherheads. It's going to be the same thing pretty much. So, and that's effective, it doesn't cost any fuel, it works. So there's nothing to, frown about with that. So let's just get rid of the rest of all of this. And then we'll start doing that. Now I did have an inkling in the back of my head there was going to be something like that. It might even be that if they are spawned, because I know that you can make it so that if something is manually spawned, it won't drop certain goods. So that is a thing that can be done. So it might be that's the case. Hopefully it's not, but we'll find out. So we're gonna break along here, and we're gonna do the same type of thing that we had before. So let me go into my Britannia bag, and where is it? There it is. Cool. And we want to use our water one. Did I not bring that with me? I am literally the most unprepared person ever. That's fine. We'll just use a bucket of water. So that should go along there. And it should hopefully stop. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. And we're going to pop our little turtle guy just about here. Now we are going to have to program it. So let's we'll just do startup again. So should we do the redstone signal one? I don't know. I don't really know if there's any point in doing that, to be honest. We probably should just always have it running. So we'll do the easy way of doing it today. So while true do, and then we want to say input the command. So turtle dot attack, and then we'll do that. And then we need a little bit of sleepies, and we'll give it for a second. There we go, and we will end it. Cool. That should do it for us. So there's that. We'll save that. We'll exit, and we'll run startup. Cool. All right. So now, if I stand in front of it, it should attack me. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Oh. They do a lot of damage, so you've got to be real careful of that one. Okay. All right. So now we've got that. Let's have our output. So we're going to use some pipage for this, I think. So let's grab a little bit of this, and we'll just use one of these. Now we could collect the experience, but I'm probably not going to do that just yet. So we'll use some pipes, and we've got some barrels. The reason I have the filing cabinets is because they can drop their armor, and if they decide to drop their armor, I want to make sure that we have a way of collecting it. So let's bring this. Now I didn't intend to actually have it set out like this, so it's going to look a little bit ugly to start with, but it should work. So if we bring them up like this, we'll bring it along. There we go. And I'm thinking we'll put our barrels kind of along here. So if we bring it like this, and then we put our barrels in. There we go. And we'll do a second layer. Cool. And up the top, we'll have our filing cabinets, but we're not going to put them in just yet because I want to get it so that they're not being collected. But that should do the trick for us right there. We are going to want to put in some glass so that we don't get attacked, because that's, well, fairly important. We don't want to get attacked while this is happening. So we'll place some glass along here. There we go. Good stuff. Alright. So, conversion done. Now let's see if this is actually going to work. I'm going to remove the hopper hock for now. You can go in there. And let's see if this wants to work now. Now, I did place some of these here so that we didn't, so that we don't get the sound from them too much. But even without the draconic upgrades, they do seem to do their thing fairly quickly. You know, they spawn fairly fast. So I'm just hoping that we're going to get the stuff that I'm after from them. If not, then at least we've got a way of farming void seeds. And if that's the case, then that's good, because, oh, well, I can just go in there and fight some of them myself. Now, it's not really something I want to do, but if I have to do it, then I will. And we haven't got any items just yet, so again, I'm going to leave it for a little while. And, oh, there we go, there's our first void seed. I'll lock that one. So I'm going to leave it for a little while, and we'll be back to see how it's going. Well, it looks like this time we managed to get a winner, because it seems to be working real good. We've got so many good things. We've got void seeds, we've got the coins, we have the knowledge fragments, and we have these guys, which are very cool, the crimson rites, which is something that I wanted. That's exactly what I needed, as well as getting the crimson clothes, which I've got going into these filing cabinets, which is pretty cool. There is a couple of other things that we can get, I believe. The other thing that I wanted was the sword. There's a crimson sword, but I'm not sure if we'll get this from these guys. It might be only something that we get from the crimson knights, these guys. So it might only come from those ones. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that, so don't quote me on it, but there's that. I also set up around here, because I should have done it really. I set up a liquid XP thing, because we might as well collect it, don't we? It's a waste if we just leave it there. There was tons. When I broke that block, I got absolutely tons of experience, so yeah. But that's all going in there. It's probably going to be worth putting some speed upgrades in here, just so they find their destination a little bit faster. But except for that, I think we've got a winner chicken dinner right here. Should we see what we look like with all this funky stuff on, shall we? Because I think we look pretty cool. So on some of you, and some of you, here we go. So we'll pop some of you on. Let's put a little bit of this on. I love the crimson stuff. It does look real cool. Yeah. We look real cool. Especially with our golden wings. That is pretty funky in our sword. Yeah. Me like it. We also got the crimson rites. I've already used it, because I used one of them earlier. But the crimson rites allows us to... we click on it and we gain knowledge. And this should now give us the knowledge to open the Eldritch portal. Yeah, we can open the eye. I need to get some more cognito for that, but this will give us the instructions on how to open the Eldritch portal. I already know how to do it, but yeah, I think that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode, going to the Eldritch maze, and hopefully getting a good boss and getting ourselves some of the stuff from there, maybe some awesome loot, as well as getting our heads bitten off by crabs, which is going to be great. But for now, that's going to be that for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was an unplanned one, and I kind of had to take it, you know, one step at a time with this, because I wasn't too sure what would work and what wouldn't. I haven't had enough time to be able to test anything in a test world, because I completely forgot that we can get those mob souls. So at least it works, right? That's all I'm going to say. Might have been a bit messing around to get it to work, but at least it works, which is fine by me. Cool beans. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always, and bye-bye.